Before we begin, if you have not done so already, please hit the subscribe button for 600 years of good luck. Keanu Reeves is perhaps the most loved man in all of Hollywood. Go ahead and try to dig up some dirt on him. You just can't. Anyone will think we were back in the 1990s with all this Keanu Reeves love going on right now. What is it about this guy that keeps people coming back for more? Why is Keanu the coolest guy on the internet in 2021 and not, let's say, Michael B. Jordan, for example? So many stars have burned brightly and quietly flickered out, and yet Keanu just seems to go from strength to strength?
Lose! I don't lose! I win!
Sure, he's a great actor who continues to be one of the best in the business, but he has starred in enough turkeys to have killed a lesser man's career. He challenges his skills on stage at the theater and also plays guitar for various bands. But so does Russell Crowe, so that's not it. No, Keanu's appeal lies in his chill, humble personality, and the kindness and openness he shows towards his fans. He is a genuinely good-hearted guy who has never let fame go to his head. Even after being in the business for decades, he remains solidly glued down to earth. He really is the nicest man in Hollywood. We knew this back in 2014 when he waited patiently for 20 minutes in the rain outside the wrap party of his own film, Daughter of God, after a mix-up because he didn't want to cause a scene. He didn't say, "Hey, I'm Keanu Reeves," or "Yo man, this is my party," once to the bouncer, and the owner of the club was horrified when he found out afterwards that the actor was standing in the rain. Thing is, this wasn't the first time Keanu has quietly proven he's probably one of the nicest dudes in Hollywood. Forget loud and brash donations to charity in front of the world's media, or tipping millions then Instagramming the receipt. Keanu goes about his business and we think he deserves to be recognized as being the coolest. If these don't make you go aww, then you're dead inside. Need some more examples? We here at Celebrity Hype will give you a timeline of the mega superstar actor from his early days to his rise, and of course some of our favorite Keanu moments for you to enjoy. But be warned, they might make you admire the man even more. Keanu Reeves was born on the 2nd of September 1964. His birth name is Keanu Charles Reeves. His birthplace is in Beirut in Lebanon. He was born to an American father, Samuel Nowlin Reeves Jr., a vagabond son of a prominent Hawaiian family, and an English mother, Patricia Reeves, a casino showgirl from England. He is of English, Chinese, Hawaiian, Irish, and Portuguese descent. Keanu is actually a very unique name, which in Hawaiian means cool breeze over the mountains. Samuel Reeves Jr., Keanu's father, walked out when he was young, and the family bounced around in Australia and New York City before settling in Toronto, where his mother worked as a costume designer for Dolly Parton and Alice Cooper, who once babysat Keanu. Due to the nature of her mother's job, which warranted a lot of traveling, Reeves had to change his high school 5 times in a 4-year span. Reeves wasn't good at studies, however, he performed brilliantly in sports. Reeves performed as a goalie in his school hockey team and was referred to as the Wall at school. Reeves also found his interest in drama. Keanu Reeves began professional acting at the age of 15. He performed the role of Mercutio in a stage production of Romeo and Juliet. He did his first screen debut by appearing in an episode of a TV show, Hangin' In. Reeves appeared in various commercials and starred in short films like One Step Away. At the age of 20, Reeves packed his bag and came to Los Angeles to try his luck in Hollywood. Like every struggling actor, Reeves, through his agent, grabbed few minor roles in various films. His first considerable role was in the drama movie River's Edge. In 1989, Reeves landed his feet on his first major film, which gave him immense popularity and recognition. His successful comedy movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure made Reeves a superstar. Subsequently, the movie sequel Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey added more recognition and acclaim in Reeves's account. After starring in hit comedy movies, Reeves appeared in various successful indie movies, including My Own Private Idaho, A Walk in the Clouds, I Love You to Death, and more. In 1994, Reeves came out of his perceived look of a chocolate hero in comedy and indie movies and showed the world his versatility. He appeared in the action-thrilled Speed and performed magnificently. Subsequently, he rose in popularity with his science fiction action trilogy, The Matrix. The Matrix, along with its successive two parts, was well received in the cinemas. It was a cultural phenomenon that propelled his status even further. It changed action movies forever with groundbreaking special effects and mythology typically reserved for books and comics. From Point Break to Speed, Reeves was a young star with box office appeal that could only be rivaled by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Since then, Reeves has had his ups and downs, but he proved that he still had it when John Wick gave him another renaissance.
Nice ride.
Thanks.
How much?
Excuse me.
How much for the car?
She's not for sale.
Reeves donned the blood-soaked suit for the first time in 2014. The first John Wick movie was a resounding success, resulting in 2 more popular sequels. And as everyone knows, one of John Wick's biggest strengths is his proficiency with a gun. He can clear a room in a blink of an eye using only a handful of bullets. With 3 films under his belt so far, Keanu Reeves is surely an excellent shot in real life. Though he certainly has to get the rust off between films, to that end, Reeves has apparently been spending a lot of time at the gun range to get his trigger finger back in shape ahead of its May 27, 2022 release date. In 2020, Reeves became one of the largest Hollywood superstars to lend his voice, face, and performance to a video game character where he played Johnny Silverhand in Cyberpunk 2077, a futuristic action-adventure game, further proving his versatility. Apart from his big screen career, Reeves also performed the role of Prince Hamlet for the Manitoba Theatre Centre's production of Hamlet. After proving his acting skills to the world, Reeves got all set to act behind the camera too. In the year 2013, he directed the film Man of Tai Chi. He has also donned the role of the producer for the documentary Side by Side. Reeves has also nurtured his passion for music by joining a rock band, Dog Star, and served the band as a bassist. The band released a few albums and then it was dissolved. Reeves later joined a band named Becky for a short time. Reeves is a perennial crowd pleaser. The stories of Keanu's on-set antics are less diva, more total legend. The actor gave away a reported $75 million for fronting The Matrix in 1999 and the next 2 films to the special effects guys and people behind the scenes whom he felt deserved it more. Also, when he was at the height of his heartthrob status, Keanu took a $2 million pay cut for The Devil's Advocate, so the studio would be able to afford to hire Al Pacino as the lead. He also took a reported 90% pay cut on The Replacement so that he could hire Gene Hackman. In 1997, again at the height of his OMG he's so fit fame, Keanu met a homeless guy and decided to just hang out with him in the side streets of West Hollywood. The actor also drove a girl 50 miles out of his way because her car had broken down. Aside from Reeves' apparent good nature, the actor has been donating to children's hospitals and foundations privately for years without attaching his name. The John Wick star made headlines in 2015 when he was filmed graciously giving up his subway seat to a fellow passenger with a heavy bag. The actor does an excellent job of staying out of the spotlight and keeping his personal life private, but he disclosed that his personal life is much more complicated than movies with happy endings. Reeves experienced extreme personal tragedies that left him forever changed, including the tragic death of his daughter and girlfriend, Jennifer Syme, who was director David Lynch's assistant. Syme gave birth to the couple's daughter Ava Archer Syme Reeves on December 24, 1999. Unfortunately, the baby was stillborn. Reeves and Syme broke up several weeks after their baby died, but then 18 months later, Syme was killed in a car accident on April 21, 2001 after leaving a party at Marilyn Manson's house. The superstar has never officially been married, unless you count his wedding scene with Winona Ryder in Bram Stoker's Dracula, which was performed with a real Romanian priest. Rumors once swirled that he was in a same-sex marriage with David Geffen. He let them swirl, later saying there's nothing wrong with being gay, so to deny it is to make a judgment. In 2019, he and visual artist Alexandra Grant, a longtime friend and business partner, began appearing in public together as a couple, with Alexandra confirming their relationship later in 2020. This action hero Keanu Reeves is a diehard fan of motorbikes. He proudly co-owned Arch Motorcycle Company, which sells and builds custom motorcycles. Even after being a famous millionaire and top-notch Hollywood actor, Reeves is humble and down to earth. He is one of the rarest actors who has paid a significant portion of his salary to the staff and crew members of the movie, citing that those people well deserve the money. Reeves is also a generous philanthropist. He has set up a charity center for cancer patients. Reeves' continuing success gave him the well-deserved star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Reeves loves his work and is planning to continue his work for a long time, ruling Hollywood for more than 30 years now. At the age of 56, Reeves is as attractive and likable as he was when he first stepped in the industry, and he doesn't look like he's stopping anytime soon. Are you a fan of Reeves? Drop a comment with your best Reeves movie. So there you have it, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss any of my videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.